Hello viewers, in this very class we are going to look at a quadratic equation, how to solve quadratic equations, but this time we're going to use Professor Po-Shen Low Approach. Okay, in my previous video I made an introduction of how to solve quadratic equation, the methods adopted or introduced by Professor Po-Shen Low. Okay, and in that class he made it clearly that it is very possible to obtain a quadratic equation using the average method. Now what you need to do here is that the root of the equation becomes z minus b over 2a. That's one of the root. Then the other root will become minus z minus b over 2a. Okay, he got this idea from the quadratic graph, that for you to obtain the root from the quadratic graph, one of the roots here will be this and the other one will be plus z. So that is where the curve touches the x axis. So with this we'll use it to establish the method of finding a quadratic equation. Okay, yes, now let's look at the procedure here. One of the procedure here is that in our last class we look at how to obtain the value of z, and we said that the value of z is the square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, this formula is very handy. So once you know z, this is the formula for z is b square minus 4ac over 2a. That is the value of z. Once you need to do here is the first thing here, you find the value for minus b over 2a. We'll find that. So, but from the first equation here we have 3y square minus 20y plus 12 is equals to 0. So let's find the roots now using this approach. Okay, here our a given a is 3, b is minus 20, and c is 12. Okay, now we're going to find all this z and minus b over 2a, minus b over 2a, minus b over 2a. Okay, here this is minus here, then the b is minus 20 all over 2 times 3, that will give us 6. So here we have a 20 over 6, and 20 over 6 is same thing as 10 over 3. So the common factor here, 2 in 6 is 3, 2 in 20 is 10. So we have obtained the value of minus b over 2a. Now let's find z, value of z. What will be z? Z as an expression, b square minus 4ac, or the square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So our b square is minus 20 square minus 4. Our a is 3, and our c is 12 all over 2 times 3. That will give us 6. Okay, here minus 20 squared is 400. This is 400 minus the whole of this, minus 4 times 3 is minus 12, minus 12 times minus 12, minus 144 all over 6, and 400 minus 144, that will give us 256. So our z here become the square root of 256 all over 6, and the square root of this is 16, without being told, 16 over 6, and this the common factor here is 2 divided 16 is 8, 2 divided 6 is 3. So we have obtained the value of z and minus b over 2a. So once we have obtained these two, the root of the equation is so obtained. So for you to get the positive one here, z here, aggregate it with this one. So one of the root y will become, for this will become z is 8 over 3 plus the value of minus b over 2a is 10 over 3, and this become 18 over 3, and that will give us 6. So that's one of the root. For us to obtain minus z, we just multiply z with a negative sign. This will become minus the other root, minus 8 over 3 plus minus b over 2a, which is 10 over 3. So that y is equals to minus 8 plus 10, that is 2, that will give us 2 over 3. So the root of these equations, the root of the equation are either y is 6 or 2 third. Okay, now let's look at this one quickly. And here we have our a here is 4, b is 4, and our c is minus 3. So minus b over 2a is equal to minus, open bracket, 4 here, all over 2 times 4. Our a is 4. So here we have minus half. Okay, that is the value of minus b over 2a. A is 4, then b is 4. So that we have this. Then let's look at z. Here we're going to look at z. And we see z is square root of b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac. b square is 16. That is 4 square is 16 minus 4 times 4 times minus 3 all over 2 times a, 2 times 4. So z here will be 16. This time this is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. That is minus times minus is plus. That will give us 48. The square root of 16 plus 48. That will give us 8. So our z is equal to this plus this is 64 all over 8. And if we do that, that will give us 8 over 8, and z is now 1. Okay, z is what? Is 1. So for us to obtain the one of the roots, a, we pick this one. The value of z is 1. We add the value of minus b over a over minus b over 2a to it. This will become 1, and the value of minus b over 2a is minus half, so add it to it. And if we do this one, half minus 1 minus half will also give us half. Okay, then the other root will be minus z, and minus z is minus 1. So it's going to be minus 1 minus this, what we have here, and a will give us minus 3 over 2. Okay, this approach is very straightforward and simple. All you need to do is, first of all, you put this in this form. Is z minus b over 2a minus z minus b over 2a. Then you know this is the formula for z. Z is just square root of b square minus 4ac over what? 2a. Once you obtain the value of z, for you to get one of the root, you just add the value of z to minus b over 2a. Then to get the other root, you multiply z by minus 1, add it to minus b over 2a. That will give you the sum, will give you the root of this equation. Please, all you help me subscribe. Please help me subscribe and also share to other platforms. More of this video will come your way in our next virtual class. Have a nice time.